Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the World Stage 1981 voting. We will start right away with the votes from Asterius, who gives the following votes: 7 points to Portugal. The 8 points will go to West Germany. The 10 points will go to East Germany. And the 12 points will go to Japan. So Japan is currently in the lead. That is the first set of votes. Now, votes from Marky Mark gives 5 more points to Japan, 6 points to Australia, thank you, 8 points to Argentina, who are off zero, the 10 points to Russia, and finally, the 12 points go to Hungary. Thank you for the 16 points in total. Tom from Madagascar takes Sweden and Uruguay off zero. And also Turkey gets their first points. Argentina with a 10 moves to third place. Malaysia gets the 12 and moves to fifth place. Now Packer P from Cuba gives 7 points to Australia. Thank you. 8 points to Latvia. 10 points to Malta. And the 12 points to Portugal. Hey, Austria is on zero. Fireburst, who has not set her flag once again, takes Andorra, Taiwan, Bolivia, and Mongolia off zero. Gives 8 points to Turkey. 10 more points to Argentina, who are now in the lead, and the 12 points go to Malaysia, who are now second. Could it be a Malaysia double? Well, who knows? Maybe. Luis Lopez from the Netherlands votes as follows: 8 points to Andorra, the 10 points to Bolivia, and the 12 points to Argentina, who are now uh, 13 points ahead of second place. Aya Nation gives 3 points to Hungary, making it 10 points between Argentina and Hungary. Russia gets 8 points. Thank you. 10 points go to East Germany, who are third now. And the 12 points go to West Germany. Wait, really? Well, I thought you were going to give them to Yugoslavia. Okay. Jeffrey, or Jeffrey, I suppose I should say, from Turkey, gives just 2 points to Argentina, which means there are only 6 points between them and Hungary, 8 points to Sweden, 10 points to Malta, who are now in the top five, finally 12 points to India, who were on zero. Austria is still on 0 points, the last country on 0 points. That is crazy. Ajad or Ajib Alu votes and gives 2 points to Russia, which is the first points he gave to me since, I don't know, 1974, 1972, actually, maybe. 10 points to Hungary, and the 12 points go to Finland. And the 8 points went to Austria, so Austria is finally off zero. Now, Basic Yosh wants that Maltese passport. Well, talk to David about it. David, sorry. 8 points go to Andorra, the 10 points to Malta, and the 12 points go to Argentina, who are back in the lead now. Elda, yeah, Delda gives 6 more points to Austria. That's crazy. They're on the right side of the scoreboard and not even close to the top. 8 points to Taiwan, 10 points to Singapore, and the 12 points to Turkey. Really? No, not on my side. Uh, okay, sure. I will restart it. Works now. Okay, we'll need to edit this out so I can see it on the timeline. Sorry, everyone. Blame Liv. Okay, back to the voting. Here's Hazda. Gives 7 points to Hungary, 8 points to Russia. Thank you. 10 points to Australia. Thank you. That's 18 points. And 12 points to Finland, who are now third. Now, Dr. Seger votes as well. Gives 4 points to Russia and 3 points to Australia. I'm doing surprisingly well. I'm not used to this. I don't even know what to say. 8 points to South Korea, 10 points to Japan, only 12 points to Latvia, based. Krishna from Malaysia, well, representing Malaysia, gives 3 points to Hungary, which puts them 1 point above Argentina. 8 points to Turkey, which means Turkey. Oh, if Germany is just 1 point away from getting the lead, wow. 10 points go to Yugoslavia, who were on 9 points, wow. And the 12 points go to Mexico. Thank you for 5 points to Australia, by the way. Declan votes as well. Gives 7 points to Uruguay. And 6 points to Malta is now in the lead. 8 points to West Germany. 10 points go to Malaysia, who are back on the left side. And the 12 points go to Australia. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Malta is in the lead. Victor from the United States gives 7 points to East Germany, which means East Germany is now leading the vote. 8 points to Argentina, which means Argentina is now leading the vote. 10 points to Mexico, which, well, does not mean Mexico is leading the vote, but it is at the top of the right side. And 12 points to Liechtenstein, which, again, is not leading the vote. Nix from Israel gives 7 points to Czechoslovakia, which means Lithuania is now last. 8 points to Bolivia. 10 points to West Germany. And the 12 points to Austria. Wow. Austria is not doing well. That is crazy. Mary waiting for the countdown, like boom, bada, boo, boo. But no, it says boom, bada, boom. 8 points go to Bolivia, 10 points to Japan, and the 12 points to who? Uruguay. Zanini from Cambodia gives 5 points to Australia, which means Australia is back close to the top. 8 points to Austria, which means Austria is still on the right side. That's crazy. 10 points to Russia. Thank you so much. And 12 points to Liechtenstein. Nothing to the top four. Gresta from Mexico. Oh, 3 points to Hungary moved them from like ninth to third. 8 points to Portugal. 10 points to Bolivia. And the 12 points will go to Argentina, who are back in the lead now. India got 6 points as well. Wow. Oh, Czechoslovakia is in 11, Lithuania is in 12, Yugoslavia in 21. Jimis, 2001, gives 7 points to West Germany, 4 points to Russia, thank you. 6 points to Andorra, 10 points to Sweden, Serie, and 12 points to Portugal. Moro from Andorra. And Moro. No, this is not funny. 5 points to Austria, 8 points to Yugoslavia, 10 points to Russia. Thank you so much. And only 12 points to Argentina, which means Argentina is now 21 points in the lead, but we are still on jury 22 out of 57. Tamikam Guy from Australia is voting, gives 7 points to Malta, which puts them third, 6 points to Andorra, 8 points to Bolivia, 5 points to Austria, 10 points to Taiwan, and the 12 points will go to Argentina, which puts them on 99 points, 33 points ahead of East Germany. Jeremy from England gives 7 points to West Germany, which does not help. 8 points to Portugal, which does help. 10 points to Austria. And the 12 points to Australia, putting Australia third. Thank you. Joe gives 6 points to Mongolia. 7 points to Uruguay. 8 points to Andorra. Andorra is now fourth. Hungary is 10th. Oh, no, Hungary gets 10 points, so it's now second. And 12 points go to Bolivia. Oh, this is a long voting. AJ from Italy gives 6 points to West Germany, which is 7 points to Russia. Thank you so much. 8 points to Turkey. And the 10 points to Andorra. And finally, the 12 points to Argentina. Wow, yeah, East Germany fell off the podium. Alex is typing his votes, I think. 6 points to Malaysia. Wow, Malaysia was second at some point. 8 points to Malta. 10 points to West Germany. And the 12 points to Mongolia. Jasmine from Croatia gives 7 points to East Germany, which means they are now tied with Andorra. 8 points to Hungary. 10 points to Argentina. And now the 12 points go to Andorra, which means Andorra is now second. Andorra can still win. It's just 31 points behind, and we are on jury 29 out of 57, not even half. No, slightly over half, sorry. TMG from West Germany is voting, gives 8 points to Mexico, uh, 10 points to Turkey, and now the 12 points to Yugoslavia. Wow, Yugoslavia is not doing well. Neither is Austria. Skandal drei, zwei, I don't remember how to say 6 and 8 in German. Sorry, Kommissar Jere. I did not study German at school. I studied French. I can say it in French if you want. He's 8 points to Austria, 10 points to Czechoslovakia, and the 12 points go to West Germany, which means West Germany is now 20 points behind Argentina. That was a lot of talking. And thank you for 4 points to Australia as well. Rod from Argentina gives 5 points to Lithuania, 8 points to Taiwan, 7 points to Russia as well. Thank you very much for that. 10 points to Bolivia. And finally, the 12 points to Argentina. That was a lot of talking. I'm still out of breath. Kabulki from Vietnam, which was dropped, gives 7 points to Argentina as well. 8 points to Hungary. 10 points to Uruguay. And the 12 points to Latvia. And thank you for 5 points to Russia as well. I'm really thankful, grateful for that. Now, Nebuyosta from Colombia gives 8 points to Portugal. 10 points to Argentina, which, wow, Argentina is 50 points ahead of West Germany. When did that happen? 12 points to Japan. This randomness is not very exciting, or maybe it is, who knows? Felipe from Hungary gives 7 points to Argentina and 8 points to West Germany. Uh, 10 points to Japan, and the 12 points to Austria. Did it uncrash? People said it crashed again. Anyway, Celia said it crashed. Okay, Andy. The votes from Andy are here, and he gives me the following points: 7 points to Andorra, 5 points to Austria, 8 points to Malta, 6 points to Lithuania, by the way, uh, 10 points to Uruguay, and finally he gives the 12 points to Portugal, so nothing to the top two. Andy giving 12 points to Portugal, I know. Jacob, well, representing Nigeria, gives 7 points to Argentina, crazy. 8 points to Yugoslavia, which, wow, Yugoslavia is now doing better than it did. 10 points to Singapore. And the 12 points to Turkey, which means Turkey is now in the triple digits, joining Andorra, West Germany, and Argentina in that club. Carla from Belgium gives 2 points to Russia. Thank you. 8 points to Japan, which means Japan is in the triple digits, and 7 points to Hungary, which means Hungary is in the triple digits, and 10 points to Turkey, which means in 111 points, and 12 points to Malta, put it in the triple digits as well. Ellendale from Yugoslavia gives 5 points to Lithuania, 4 points to Czechoslovakia, 2 points to Liechtenstein, 6 points to Mexico. Wow, lots of low votes. 7 points to Russia, thank you as well. 8 points to West Germany, 10 points to Andorra, and the 12 points will go to Hungary. Chris is voting, gives 8 points to Hungary, and 10 points to Austria. Austria is now right. Austria is doing really well. Hungary's top three. And 12 points to Yugoslavia. John from Sweden, should I pronounce your name as Jon then? Gives 3 more points to Andorra. 8 points to Uruguay. 10 points to Japan. And the 12 points to Lithuania. Karen, who's representing Mexico this year, gives 7 points to Latvia. 8 points to Bolivia, which means they are in triple digits, and 1 point to Austria. 1 point to Austria also put them in the triple digits, and 10 points to East Germany, and 12 points to Hungary, which puts them second now. At House, who's representing Scotland, votes gives 7 points to Singapore and 5 points to Australia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Andorra can still win, by the way. Uh, and so can Hungary, of course, and West Germany. Also gives 10 points to Bolivia and 12 points to Russia, which was rushing the triple digits for the first time in this contest history, even if you count the Soviet Union. Thank you for that. Eliest from Taiwan gives lots of points on the right side. 8 points to South Korea. Oh, 4 points to Argentina. Okay, by the way. 10 points to Malta, which puts Malta fifth, and 12 points to Mexico. Harry from France, which actually really grew on me after the show. I ended up quite enjoying it. Gives 8 points to Bolivia, 10 points to East Germany, and the 12 points to Russia. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Zuna from Finland gives 4 points to Andorra, which puts in no, it gives 8 points to Hungary, which means Hungary is back in second place. 10 points to Russia, thank you, which means Russia is fourth now. Russia is in fourth place. Who could have predicted that? Well, certainly not you if you look at your odds, everyone. 12 points to Singapore. Quite based. Edental gives 3 points to Australia. Thank you. 8 points to Singapore. 10 points to Finland. And the 12 points to Japan. Oh, yeah, and thank you for 4 points to Russia as well. Let's go on to Ivanik from South Korea. Gives 5 more points to Austria and 7 points to Australia. Thank you. West Germany with an 8. Malta with a 10. And now the 12 points go to Sweden. Krishna's boyfriend votes. Gives 4 points to East Germany, 3 points to Malta, propelled them so high. 8 points to Hungary. 10 points to Liechtenstein. And the 12 points go to Austria, who is now closer to where I expected them to be, honestly. Yefil from Greece gives just 3 points to Argentina. 6 points to Australia. Thank you. 8 points to Hungary. 10 points to India, which, wow, is not doing well. And the 12 points to Turkey. Canon 2000s EC vote. Sorry. uh, Ruth's grandma gives 4 points to Russia. Thank you, which means Malta, Russia, and Andorra are all tied for third. Yugoslavia with an 8. West Germany with a 10, which means Malta, Russia, and Andorra are now tied for fourth. And the 12 points go to Hungary, which means there are only 10 points between Argentina and Hungary now. Georgie is also voting. Gives 7 points to Mongolia, 8 points to Andorra, 10 points to Latvia, and the 12 points to Lithuania, which means Lithuania is no longer lost. Czechoslovakia is now lost. There are only 4 point. There is a 4 point margin between Hungary and Argentina. Hungary overtakes Argentina by just 2 points now, with Yoshua's vote, who also gives 8 points to Japan, uh, 10 points to West Germany, and the 12 points to Russia, which means Russia is now fourth, and Hungary is leading with 52 jurors, with 5 jurors to go. I mean, Maria from Finland gives 6 points to Hungary. That's crazy. 8 points to Turkey. 10 points to Singapore. And the 12 points will go to Argentina, which means Argentina is just 4 points ahead of Hungary now. Australia is on triple digits, by the way. And Singapore got 10 points and is now on the left side. And Eric from Uruguay gives 6 points to Portugal and 3 points to Lithuania and 8 points to Australia. Wow. Nice. Thank you. 10 points to Andorra, which means Andorra is now fourth, and the 12 points will go to Argentina, which means Argentina is on 205 points now. Close, very close. It can still happen. Hungary can still win. Uh, David gives 6 points to Russia. Thank you so much. 7 points to West Germany, 8 points to Portugal, 10 points to Turkey, and the 12 points from him will go to Austria, which Austria did a really good comeback from the last country to getting points to solidly left side. Mike McEgg gives 1 point to Hungary, and like that, it's officially Gover. Gives 8 points to Yugoslavia, 10 points to Mexico, and the 12 points to Singapore. Random Mongolian finally qualifies, and you are the last voter as well. He gives 5 points to Turkey, 8 points to Yugoslavia, 1 point to Australia, by the way. Thank you for that. Bolivia with a 10, and Taiwan with a 12. And this finishes the voting for World Stage 1981. Argentina wins with 205 points. And by the way, it was still winning before Eric voted, so it was no foul play. It would still win. Okay, Hungary second, West Germany third, Turkey fourth, Russia fifth, Andorra sixth, Malta seventh, Japan eighth, Austria ninth, Bolivia 10th, East Germany 11th, Yugoslavia 12th, Portugal 13th, Singapore 14th, Australia 15th, Uruguay 16th, Finland 17th, Latvia 18th, Mexico 19th, Sweden 20th, which means this is Sweden's second best result now. Mongolia 21st, Malaysia 22nd. I did not expect that. South Korea 23rd, Taiwan 24th. I did not expect that. India 25th. I did not expect that. Liechtenstein 26th. I did not expect that. Lithuania 27th, robbed, and Czechoslovakia 28th, also robbed. Well, we are going to back to Argentina for 1982. And yes, I will spoil the result. Argentina is only my second 100 out of 100 in world stage. Oh yeah, these geopolitical implications. Fun. Very fun. Okay, we will go to the rest of the results as well, because you all deserve to know. Now, Israel was the borderline non-qualifier that only didn't. No, I will reveal. Oh, yeah, okay, I will reveal the. No, I will reveal the repechage first, so you all know. Okay, so the borderline qualifier was Uruguay, and Uruguay did well. Uruguay finished 16th. Then Mexico was above that, above Uruguay, but did not place above Uruguay in the final. But I'm glad it made it. Czechoslovakia was above both of them and didn't place last. Then Taiwan was the sixth with 144 points. Then Australia was fifth with 147 points, so it was not winning. Uh, it was not winning the repechage grandma. Your source was wrong. Yeah, Lithuania was fourth in the second chance round with 150 points. Then India was the third. Singapore was second. And Andorra, of course, won it, but then Andorra placed sixth in the final. Yeah, Andorra first makes sense. Andorra and Singapore and Australia and Uruguay all did quite well. Yeah, okay. Now we go to the first semifinal. So, ta-ta-tam. San Marino was the borderline qualifier by just 2 points on the 312s it got. Then Mexico was 11th, so it would not have qualified normally, but it did like quite safely qualify through the repechage, and well, actually got the 19th. Not a bad result at all. Yeah. Then Puerto Rico was 10th with 127 points. Mm. Then Brazil was ninth with 128 points, just 1 point behind them in the final. Then Iceland was eighth with 130 points. It was crazy close. And Taiwan was seventh with 140 points. Taiwan was second to last in the early voting, so early voters hated Taiwan. Early voters were not a fan of Taiwan. Then Liechtenstein was sixth. I still think it's well, it should be quite obvious based on the final results. Then Finland was fifth. Portugal was fourth. Bolivia third. Russia second. Everyone predicted me to not even qualify. Russia was second in the semifinal. And West Germany won it by a huge margin. Not unexpected. Yeah, that's a margin. Now, Israel was the borderline qualifier from the second semifinal. It was not Spain, everyone. It was not Spain. Yeah, so then Uruguay was 11th. So Uruguay got saved by the repechage and finished 16th in the final. So yeah. And Monaco was 10th. So Monaco would not have qualified anyway. Now, in ninth place was Spain. So Spain, yeah, ninth. Above Monaco, above Uruguay, above Israel, which everyone predicted to do well. Then India was eighth, and Czechoslovakia was seventh. Czechoslovakia was seventh and finished last, while Uruguay was 11th and finished 16th. Mongolia was sixth. I think that was quite obvious to everyone. South Korea was fifth. Yeah, Mongolia going directly to the final is great. I'm really happy for them. That's deserved. Sweden was fourth. Latvia was third, safe qualifier. Austria was second, and this obviously means that Argentina won the semifinal, but it also won the final. So yeah, I don't think that is unexpected. Yeah, that is a tiny margin, 4 points, while in the final it was 60. Yeah, 9-12. Uh, Austria got points from. Actually, look, Latvia got the most votes, 6 tens. Yeah, and let's see who got the most votes here, but it was West Germany. And Russia second. Oh, and yeah, in the repechage, Singapore got the most points. I forgot to show that. Okay, third semifinal. We are now here. Indonesia was the borderline 12th qualifier. Well, borderline, I say. It was 17 points ahead, quite a lot. Lithuania was 11th. So Lithuania got saved by the second chance round as well. It's only fair. Australia was 10th. So Australia would not have qualified as well. And Cabo Verde was ninth with 132 points, so just 3 points behind Australia and Cabo Verde. Then Singapore was eighth, and Andorra was seventh. Andorra is crazy. It was seventh in the semi-final and sixth in the final. Oh, that is existing. Yeah, 2 point margin. Andorra could have realistically finished eighth in the semi-final and sixth in the final. Now, East Germany qualified directly with 180 points. Again, just 2 point margin. Malta was fifth with 189. Turkey fourth with 192. Hungary third with 195. So Hungary also got third in the semi-final, but second in the final. Yugoslavia was second in the semi-final and only got 12th in the final. And the winner of the semi-final was Japan, who got eighth. Yes, you finished above the semi-winner. Hungary was third and finished second. That is a semi three. Clearly was like the strongest semi-final. Lots of grower entries in the semi-final. And Hungary, Malta, and East Germany all got votes from the same number of people, as you can see. Okay, well, this concludes the uh, final results reveal. And, well, thank you everyone for attending, and we will see you all in, well, whatever city Argentina decides to host in. That's up to Chris. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you.